Good morning, students. Hope you all well. Today we are going to study a poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo, written by Edward Lear. All of you take your English textbook for the class. Let us go to the class. Students, I hope that all of you take your English textbook for the class. And you have to take the page numbers 97, The Duck and the Kangaroo, written by Edward Lear. Today we are going to study the half portion of the poem. Two friends, the duck and the kangaroo, are about to set out on the long pleasure trip. The kangaroo thought happy to carry the duck all the way on the tip of his tail. Is wary of wet feet, what will the duck to do make the kangaroo feel comfortable over land and sea? Let us find out how they go about it. Let us go to the poem. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the field and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is bored in this nasty pond, and I long to go out of the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Pleasure give me a ride on your back. Sorry, please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack. Here, the duck and the kangaroo were good friends. The duck wanted to go on a long pleasure trip. She asked the kangaroo to let it her sit on his back, and she was feeling bored in her dirty pond. She wished and she too could hop like the kangaroo. Now take the page number 98. The whole of the long day through we had go to the D and the jelly bowly over the land and over the sea. Please take me on a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Said the kangaroo to the duck, this require a little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection, which is if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatics, said the kangaroo. Said the duck, and I sat on the rock. I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my work feet neatly, and to keep out the cold I have bought a cloak, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight play, moonlight pale, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy? Oh, who? Asked the duck and the kangaroo. Edward Lear. Here the kangaroo gladly granted the request, but he put 2 conditions. Firstly, the duck would sit at the end of his tail. Secondly, she would sit still. The duck accepted both the conditions. She further assured his friend that her wet and cold feet would not give him rheumatism because she had bought 4 pairs of woolen socks and gowns together. They set out happily on the world tour. They were the happiest pair. And the duck and the kangaroo were good friends. The duck was feeling bored in her pond, and she wanted to see the world beyond. She requested the kangaroo to let her ride on the back. She promised to sit still and silent on his tail end. She also bought a woolen socks and smoked a cigar to keep her body warm. The two toured the world happily. This is the poem, and you have to read this poem. And I will send the question answers of this poem in this video. Thank you, children.